everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, while we're waiting for the game to update, we're just looking at what we haven't completed in the trophies to see if we can actually go on and complete the game and get the platinum. I don't think we'll do that today, I think there's too much to do, but as you can see as we scroll through the videos, there are quite a few left. Here's an easy one: wash your car 10 times. What does that take, I wonder? Let's have a look. Off to the old auto shop, down to the car wash. I really don't know at this point how many times. It's only 50 credits, so how many times do you think it's going to take for us to get the 10 done? What we know is that when you go down and have a service done on the car and you like swap an engine or get a new body, automatically it already gives you a car wash, so I don't think they count. So at some point there was a trophy for getting a car wash, and now there's one for getting 10 car washes, so we'll go and do that and see where we are. There can't be many. I don't think there'll be many, he says. Any car you see today which got a non-custom skin is highly likely to have been produced by JB at GTP Addictions. He's been skinning quite a lot, and there we are. It only took 5 washes. There's the trophy. We're going to nip back in and see what's left to do as we scroll down. Ultimately we're going through them all. There are so many done, and it was JB that pointed out to me that I've only got like 6 or 7 trophies to go and you got the platinum. So whilst we're waiting for update 1.31, we'll actually go through in-depth mastery, finish 50 races, snap happy, 100 scapes, 100 photos, memento from Nürburgring, memento from Le Mans, all to be done. I've never really done a scape before. I think I've probably done 2 or 3, and it's not something I've got into, so ultimately let's see where we go. I think there's a few other things we have to do, but whilst we're just looking at scapes and having a dabble about, I think I've got to purchase a safety car. I think I've got to buy 10 of the same car. That's got to be done. But let's see what happens. Here I am just looking at scapes and thinking, oh, let's see if we can get that that Nürburgring one done. What car are we going to use? That'll be next. This isn't a tutorial into how to do it. I was just learning myself at the time. BMW M6, which is the one we actually used to do the circuit experience, and while we talk about that, they're going to they're going to wipe all the circuit experience leaderboards with update 1.31. So if you've done them and you're in the top 10, it's time to go back and get them. It's time another opportunity for us to go back through and complete them all. So we've picked the car, we've picked the photograph, we've picked the scene. Just rendering in progress, and I won't do the rendering all the time. Believe me, for the 100 scapes, that'll take be a little bit monotonous. There it is, there's another trophy. I don't actually own the car at this point for the memento at Le Mans, so we'll have to wait for that one. And there's the trophy for buying a safety car. Can't believe I hadn't bought one. I've been using the game over a year and I hadn't done it. My. Now we're going to buy the same car 10 times, and I was looking through what was available, not realising that the go-kart was actually half that price, but I just thought, let's just go and blow 160,000 credits, let's go and do it. And again, I'm not going to just do 10 purchases and take you through it every time. Let's chink, let's get it done and out of the way. Can't be many of them. It's the same car every time, and I'm still selling these boys, by the way. I did this back in the middle of March and maybe 2 weeks ago, and I'm still selling these guys now. It's an everyday task. Here we go. Come on, please end. It was bad enough buying the 10, let alone re-videoing it. There it is. Oh, that was painful. Not really. So where do we go to now? What's next on the list? I'm sure it's the 100 scapes. Yes, here we go, diving into it. And this will be fun. You'll enjoy this. So as we go into scapes, we get a little bit of chit chat from Oliver, and they just introduced the tutorial for drifting scapes. Not actually a tutorial for drifting. I think I need that, but then it was just a question of sitting through it and cracking on and getting some photos done. Again, same car that you saw earlier in the car wash. As we go through, we're just going to see this plethora of cars and scapes and driver positions. As we rattle through that, we'll get to the end, but let's talk about what's going on in the world right now while you've got some eye candy. So update 131 is on the horizon. That should be with us in a few short days. A lot of people will do a focus on that process, but whilst these scapes are rattling through and keeping your eyes happy, let's talk about what's to come. So there's some leaked information over the last couple of days, and we're anticipating that we're getting, for the PlayStation 5 users, you're going to get 120 Hz viewing with VRR, but only if you've got a suitable quality TV. You've got to have a certain standard to be able to benefit from the 120 Hz. We're going to be getting a new track variation at the Nürburgring. We're going to see the endurance track and the short track, which has been missing from the international circuit at the GP circuit, which would be really good for your lower performance cars. Get maybe some Honda Civic Touring cars rattling around there, maybe some GR4s around there. It'd be a daily race, we know that would be great. As mentioned, they're going to be wiping the circuit experience. They're going to be wiping the license tests on all the records. They won't be taking away your licenses, etc., because you've passed all them, but you're going to have to go back and reset any times because they are changing the physics. They're changing the physics in a number of ways. Low speed handling, curbs, purely because I think they're bringing in April a new update, which we know about as well, which is going to be the SF Formula cars from Japan. They're going to bring the 2023 versions in the April update. So for that, they're looking at how the tyre physics work, etc., etc. And all these updates are coming in this update for March, and it's going to be quite a big one, you know. There's going to be quite an effect because they're going to be changing traction control, how that works. So if you're a TC1 user like me, you'll be pleased to know, or you might not be, that they're going to decrease the effects of traction control for TC1, but at the other end of the scale at TC5, they're going to improve it, increase it, so you get more TC. So ultimately what that's going to say is the gap between non-TCers and TC1ers is going to get a bit smaller, but it's going to be a little bit trickier to drive. So if you're like me, on-off throttle kind of guy that likes to boot the throttle and let traction control take care of it, I might be having a little bit of issues with traction because I'll be getting a bit of spin. So I might end up using TC2, but we'll see how it goes. A little bit of traction control doesn't hurt nobody, and I'm still equally fast with it. As we rattle through the pictures here, there's 4 or 5 minutes of them, folks. There's 100, or 98 of them, to be honest. But with that being the case, more update information. There is going to be improved control for the controller, so you're going to get better stick handling. You're also going to get better feedback through the vibration, or the haptics as some people call it. So if you're using any of those, you're going to get improvements to the game, and it'll feel better and should be driving easier. We're also going to be getting various other factors around the update. So if I can just go off the top of the head what they will be, and I'm forgetting the majority of them because it's quite a long list. It's a monster update. So we're going to be seeing things like improved suspension, and anybody that's just driven the last couple of not circuit experience, the lap attacks, you're going to find that ABS is going to be worked on. There's going to be better function in ABS for those people that use it. They're going to try and improve the difficulties people have been having where you put your foot on the brakes and the ABS takes you through the braking point because it cuts in and slides the car. The ABS shouldn't be doing that. It shouldn't be doing it to that such degree. So they're going to improve the suspension handling in line with the ABS, and you're going to ultimately be able to get better control using those assists because they are real life world things. They help the driver drive, and in Gran Turismo at the moment they're treated as a help aid and they penalise you for it, and that shouldn't really be the case. Traction control is available in the majority of modern everyday cars and race cars. In actual fact, it's banned in Formula 1 because it's actually so good. So hopefully these updates for this version of the game will actually improve things. As said, In April we're going to get the SF updates, so that's with the Formula cars, and you can anticipate there will be a significant level of improvements with that as well. So there's probably going to be some testing, there's probably going to be some bugs. So anything they've changed, do anticipate a mid-place update between now and update 1.32. And if you've been watching the pictures as I've been talking, you'll notice that we're getting quite close to the end. I haven't put a number on because I didn't always include every skate because some were absolutely dire and shocking. But as we're coming to the end here, the updates are going to happen between, if you're talking UK, somewhere between 6 and 10 AM in the morning. And with that being the case, we should be back online and fighting, and we're going to get a new circuit experience, not circuit experience, keep saying that. We're going to keep getting a new lap attack. So hopefully tomorrow we'll find out if we're going to get gold. I was far enough inside the gold time, and thank you to all those people that have watched the video. And the feedback I've had is quite phenomenal from those people that have actually used it and managed to secure gold. There's about 5,000 people got into the gold at this time, and there it is. There's the trophy earned. So there's only 2 left on this list. Memento from Le Mans, which I have gone on to do. The Platinum Trophy is one, and then the 50 races online. Well, thank you very much, folks. That's just a very quick look into where we're getting to with completing the race. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And there it is. There's the trophy. As we get to the end of the video, just want to sign off and say thank you very much. See you on the next one. Take care.